Hey, so you guys probably already seen all the women on, especially if you have Twitter. You've seen all the women on Twitter. You've seen all the news articles or even YouTube videos of women, right? Specifically women being very upset and calling out Leonardo DiCaprio for wanting to date a younger woman. Of course, if a woman does it right, when you have these single mothers or you have women in their 40s dating a younger man, it's like Stella got a groove back. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, oh girl, yes, So that's kind of boring, double standard stuff that that's boring and predictable, and that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is why are women attacking Leonardo DiCaprio so viciously? Like there's even tweets comparing him to a child pedophilia, like a pedophile. They literally compared Leonardo DiCaprio to a pedophile. It's like the logic doesn't even add up. It's like, okay, she a 19-year-old, right? She's 19, which is an adult, cannot consent to dating I believe he's 49 or 48-year-old man, but a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 13-year-old can consent to getting her breasts removed. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't make any logic, and also to compare an actual pedophile that seduces and goes after children. If you want to compare those two, it's like then you definitely have a very troubling worldview of comparing Leonardo DiCaprio to a pedophile. I don't even know what to say. It's just fucking insane to make that comparison. But anyway, so what is the truth? Why are women so upset that Leonardo DiCaprio, a man that's very successful and obviously has his choice, has his pick of the litter when it comes to women, why is he choosing, and this is the way they probably thinking, why is he choosing a 19-year-old? Right? That's what they're thinking. Why is he choosing a 19-year-old? And the reason that women are upset about this is because deep down inside, and this is the truth, right? They know this. It's deep down inside, they know this, that men prefer younger, more attractive, more feminine women. And to see that truth in their face, because here's the thing. To have a man, right, that can literally pick any woman he wants to, for him to show them, listen, me being a successful man in society and I can choose any woman I want, and this is who I'm choosing, right? As a successful man with options, this is who I'm choosing to be with is a younger woman. Well, that scares women. That makes women very upset because they have been lied by society. They have been told, yes, don't forget about men. Don't date men. Don't date men with a goal to get married or have children in your 20s. Go to school, climb up that corporate ladder, and then in your 30s, golly gee, you get the man that you want. Once you acquire resources and do all this stuff. And no, men know that does not men don't want that. Deep down inside, women know that, but they tend to lie. Society tends to lie to women, pander to women, to tell them that is the case. So what happens? Well, now they're faced, and it's shown to them that women do prefer youthfulness, beauty, femininity, and that's something that upsets them because they don't want the facade, that facade of the lie to be shattered. They don't want that. They want the lie to continue, and that's why if you see statistically the most depressed demographic, right? The most depressed demographic as far as the demographic that sees the most therapists and take the most medication for depression, takes antidepressants. It's women who are single after the age of 45. Single, childless women are the most depressed demographic there is, and the highest prescription antidepressants goes to that demographic, and it's something to see. It's because it what Leonardo DiCaprio, right, to have a man that can choose any woman. Why is he not choosing? So they will say, okay, why is this man, right, is not choosing what they've been told, that a man wants, for I don't know why, a man wants a older woman, established woman, that climb up the corporate ladder, or is a boss babe or whatever. And then when they see that actual successful men prefer women that have none of those things, that don't, they go for younger women, more agreeable. And by agreeable, I don't mean someone that just agrees with you to agree with you, not nothing like that, but just a woman that's not aggressive or confrontational, not just a mindless girl or mindless woman that's just going to agree with you. No. So yeah, so to be shown this, it scares women, because it shows them that they have been lied to, or because instead of them saying, okay, have I been lied to? That's it. If I've been lied to, if I've been duped, if I've been tricked, it's much more easier to deceive someone than to convince them that they have been deceived. No one wants to admit that they've been deceived. That's very difficult for people to do. And yeah, this is why you see the backlash. This is the real underlying reason why you see women so upset, because they have been told or were led to believe that this is what a man wants. Why are successful men that I would prefer going for the complete opposite? And that is the reason why you see him so upset, because the truth is, for a lot of people, when confronted with the truth, it does cause a lot of psychological discomfort, especially for women. And these are women that have most likely never in their lives asked a man what they want. They believe that a man wants what they want. Like when they describe themselves, they literally, so they believe that a man wants what they want. This is the narcissism of our current society. So a woman believes that, okay, I want a man that's successful, 6 figures, yada yada. Since I want that in a partner, obviously the man that I wants that in a partner, and a man does not want that. A man does not want that. For example, me, if I had to choose between the 19-year-old waitress at a restaurant versus a female lawyer, right, in her mid 30s, I'm going to choose the 19-year-old at the restaurant, and I'll tell you why. Because the lawyer, right, I want a woman that's going to be a mother to my children. In order for a woman to be successful in a career like that in law, you have to have very a masculine personality and masculine traits, which is not what I want. Men don't want to marry a woman that's masculine. So she comes from that world. So, and also, believe it or not, being a mother requires a certain set of skills, a certain mindset, if you want to say, to be a mother. And if you look at the studies of children being left in daycare and stuff like that, it's just not a good outcome for the children. I want the best outcome for my children, psychologically, emotionally. So I want them to be raised by their mother. That's what I want. And these women that reach success and climb the corporate ladder in their field, they don't have the slightest idea, not only what a man wants, but how to be a mother. They don't. So why would I want? I mean, so that the female lawyer would probably be someone that we can have fun. You can go out and stuff like that, and chop it up, have fun, in the bedroom, whatever. But it's not someone that I would see myself long term. And that's another thing that also happens, that women now tend to date men, right? They because now we live in a society where the top men, the top 5% of men, top 10% of men, they have their pick of the litter. So now when women, certain women, right, that don't meet the category of being a wife, being a long-term girlfriend, they tend to have sex with these men. They believe that, oh yeah, if obviously if I can have sex with this man, right? If I've had sex with a guy like Leonardo DiCaprio, if I had sex with a guy that makes six figures, I can obviously get in a relationship with a guy that makes six figures. No, no, you can't. No, you again, a man will have sex with you, biologically speaking. That's what most men would do because we're biologically wired to want to have sex. But the majority of men will not take a woman with masculine traits, or a woman that's, let's say, under the scale, right? Under probably like a 5 or 4. Women will not take these women that they don't find physically attractive. I mean, they'll probably sleep with them privately, not tell their boys, But yeah, these are women that men will not date long term or be in a long term relationship. I mean, and again, I'm not a fan of Leo because the guy. I mean, to me, I think the guy's a prick. I mean, this is a guy that talks about climate change, but it's flying around in a jet. Talking about, hey, you should be careful with climate change. It's just nonsense, right? So you can't really pay too much attention to these people. So, but anyways, and also the women that Leonardo DiCaprio is dating, like these young girls that he tends to date, these women are not going to turn around and say, well, I had sex with Leo. I guess I'll just date a man that's on my level. No. Now these women that have slept with Leo will say that, well, I slept with Leo, so I can definitely marry a man on the caliber, on the same level as Leo. And that kind of messes up, deteriorates society even more. So I don't personally believe that sleeping around is a good thing for society, because the same women that these red pillars complain about, or men complain about, you're creating them by doing that. By sleeping around with women, you are creating the feminists of the future that you want to avoid, you say. But I mean, this is the nonsense that we deal in the because again, if you look at Jordan Peterson said it best, that a man that truly has power is the man that can sleep with multiple women but chooses not to. Because a man that has multiple women, his energy is scattered. But the man that has one woman, his energy is focused. It's focus. Okay? And if you look at men throughout society, the men that have been most successful and have achieved the most in their lives, they tend to have one woman. Not multiple women, one woman. Which is also good for society. But I guess with that, I'm going to bring the video to an end. So if you want to understand the real reason why women are upset, it's because of that. It's because they know, they deep down they know it's a lie. But to have the lie so blatantly exposed and in their face as having such a high status man like Leonardo DiCaprio choosing to be with a younger woman. It hurts and it's scary. It's really scary for women that are that have been lied to and have been living their lives the wrong way. Because the whole purpose of youth and beauty is not to sleep with multiple men or get likes on Instagram and go for the unearned. The desire for the unearned is the most dangerous thing. But the purpose of beauty at a young age for women is to lock down a man. A good man, so that way, as you get older, you already have a good man by your side. You're not worried about getting old and losing, quote unquote, your beauty, because you have a man that cares about you for who you are, right? For who you are deep inside, which is what women want. So, anyways, with that, I'm gonna bring the video to an end. If you like the video, please comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.